Oh, the cat tower has finally fallen down. Thankfully, it just missed the spinning wheel. Okay. Was it your fault, Jax? Okay, it wasn't your fault, darling. It wasn't your fault. Look at those eyes. It wasn't your fault. Good morning. Can you see me? Hang on, I'll take them off. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. I'm next to the computer so I can actually see the date. 27th of October. And I'm up in the office doing crochet work admin. I'm currently typing up patterns, the patterns that you see me making, the Baymax hot water bottle cover and the shawl. Usually this is a fairly quick process, but we've been given a new template for patterns. So what that means is it's kind of like having to write them in a completely different language. So whereas normally, like, things that are repeated, I mean, if you've done any crochet patterns, especially amigurumi patterns, you know there's an awful lot of, like, the increases in the round are repeated quite often. So typing patterns can be fairly simple because I can just cut and paste those and just adapt it to the pattern. But I'm having to write it all from scratch because it's in this new script, this new language. And so yeah, it's kind of like going from writing in English to writing in a completely foreign language, and it's taken me about 10 times as long as it would normally do, but that's fine. Once I've got the first few patterns done, I'll be able to replicate it a lot easier from then. But yeah, it's a fairly boring start to the day, I'm afraid. But yeah, I want to get this done because that's basically the work for today. And Richard's over later, so because I was lazy and didn't cook last week, I'm going to cook a roast this week. I've got some beef, so roast beef and Yorkshire puddings. But yeah, well, once this is done and I've edited yesterday's vlog, we'll do something more fun. I think we might look at blankets today, since I've nearly finished my mitered square blanket. We might look at the blankets I've got on the go and look at the blankets I might want to cast on. Oh dear, Jax hasn't moved. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've only just finished typing up those 2 patterns. It's taken me since 8 o'clock this morning. That was a bit tough. This is my sample from the shawl. This was my little test pit. I decided to change it from this. But I'm tempted with the Halloween fibre that I'm spinning, because I'm going to chain ply it. I think that would make a really nice shawl, make it like this. So that's what I'm tempted to do. And I might adapt it slightly because the patterns that I do for this magazine I can't then release myself. But if I tweak them slightly, then I can. So that's what I might do. I think that might be quite fun.
I heard that you finally sold your heroes, abandoned all your childhood dreams. Innocence ago, you said you'd never change the way you spend your days, but there are ways, and all you need is the one sensation to get you on your feet. And all that I see is a lame temptation stapled on the road to greed. I wanna get closer to you, closer to you. I wanna get closer to you. Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, so shall we have a chat about blankets? So, I've just about finished my latest mitered square blanket. That one has been on the needles for about 1.5 years. I always knit a square every single day. Sometimes I knit more. And this is now the 3rd mitered square blanket I've finished. This is my first one here, which I did like different greys and hand dyes all together. This is the one that I've just had to mend recently because it had a big darn in it. Big hole. And that's why it's down here. But it might stay down here, I haven't decided. But this one and the other one that's mine, I'll get editing Liz to put some pictures in while I'm talking because you don't have enough work to do. Yeah, this one and the other one that's mine, I made big enough for double beds, so like 2 meters square. You can't see Puka scratching at it, but she is. Yeah. Okay. And then the one I've just made for Mum is king size, so it's near enough 3 meters by 2.5 meters. I would like to make another mitered square blanket because it's just a nice amount of knitting to do on a morning with a cup of tea. Oh, I found another hole. Well done, Puka. But I don't need another sort of bed size one at the moment because I've got these two. I've only got 2 beds in this house. And I want to get rid of one of those beds. So I'm thinking I would like one for downstairs. So that's why I'm thinking maybe DK. I do have some blankets on the go at the moment. So this is the blanket box. So I'll show you these. So this is, hang on, I'm just trying to find my hook. So this is a granny stripe, and it's not, I don't think it's even like halfway there yet. But this again is quite wide. I think this is meant to be a double bed size. And it is glorious. And it gets picked up whenever I feel like doing a bit of crochet. But as crochet is my work, I don't often feel like doing crochet in my spare time. That's why I knit and that's why I spin. I don't do as much crochet. Perhaps as I should. But that hasn't had a lot of work for a bit. Now I've had a look at it, I'll probably get it out and do a fair few rows on it before it gets put away again. I'll talk about that one in a minute. The other blanket I have on the go hasn't got very far. And this is a habitation throw. And it's in a commercial, like one of those sort of rainbow cake type yarns. I have knit one of these before, but I gave that one to Mum as well. And this is my sort of, when I've got nothing else to knit on, I'll knit on this type thing. It doesn't get a lot of work on it done. And at the moment, there's not even any yarn attached. Oh, there's only one ball. Yeah, so I need to find the other cakes for that. They're upstairs. Whoops. And then in here is a bag full of... Puka, you're being hilarious and they can't see you. They can't see you. Go up here and be funny. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh. Right. Yeah, so in here is a load of hexagons. No, six-sided pentagons. And this is the polygon blanket pattern by Tin Can Knits. Again, I'll put a picture on the screen. And the idea with this one was that I was going to make it in like lots of different greys and then yellows and rich greens, which is kind of the colours of my living room. So this, it is DK, and technically it is my living room colours. So this is already a living room blanket that has been started, and I've already made a load of these. There's more in here, there's yarn in here, and I think I have joined some. Yeah. I was trying different techniques on how to join them, and I'm still not 100% happy with what I've chosen. Mainly because you can see the stitching through, and I'm not happy with that. So yeah, I'm not sure about this blanket because I'm not sure I particularly love it. But what I could do, even though it's a lot of work that I've already done, is I could frog these and turn this yarn into a mitered square blanket. So that is option one. Well, I suppose option one is that I just finish this blanket. I think it'd be really nice when it's finished. Motivation for it's a bit low. So if I do decide to finish this blanket, I still will be casting on another blanket. So yeah, option number one, finish this blanket, cast on another blanket also. Option two, frog this and use this yarn to make a really sort of stylish mitered square blanket in all the colours of my living room. Option three is pick a new pattern. So there's two new patterns that I've got. Both are by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. One is the Bits and Bobs blanket, which is a fisherman's rib blanket. So it kind of looks like brioche. The reason I'm thinking about this one is because of the hat I'm knitting at the moment, because it's really, really squishy. So I think you hold 3 strands of fingering weight yarn together, but I'm thinking I can hold 2 strands of fingering weight and 1 strand of Siri alpaca, so you get that really cozy, fluffy feeling. And I think that will be an absolutely lovely blanket for the living room. So that is also another option. The other blanket by Kay Jones is the... oh, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put a picture on the screen. It's one where there's big long strips of fingering weight yarn. And again, this is one that you can make in any type of yarn. So it doesn't have to be fingering weight, you can make it in DK. So again, I could make this, is it scrappy? Scrappy blanket? No. Jelly roll blanket, maybe. The jelly roll blanket. Yeah. So I could just make one of those in fingering weight yarn. I could make one in fingering weight yarn held with Siri alpaca, and I could make one in DK. And then the last option is that I just cast on another mitered square blanket, which is probably what I most want to do. And then I'm thinking, if I want it for downstairs, I've either got to use DK yarn or, again, hold it with Siri alpaca, which would be so lovely and squishy. So yeah, blanket dilemma. Please leave me a comment and help, because I'm a bit confused as to what to cast on. And blankets are usually for me about a year-long commitment, although some of these have been going on longer. At least if I start a mitered square blanket, I know it's probably going to be finished within the year, if not sooner. I think I found another hole. Nope, it's just the yarn. But yeah, for now this one's going to live down here, and I'm going to see how cozy it is. No, I have found more holes. There's 3 there. Oh well, more darning to do. Anywho, so that is Blanket Dilemma. Yes, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think I should cast on for blanket, or do you think I should work on some of the blankets I have before I cast on a new one? And I'm gonna grab me a Puka. Hi, Puka, Puka, Puka. Of all the cats, Puka does not like to be held. Dear. She'll tolerate it sometimes, but not often. And I do tend to get kicked in the face.